This is episode 1 of the Dead Deal Cafe. We're still taking suggestions from the audience if you have a better name. But the idea is taking your dead deals, your unqualified buyers, your tricky sellers, your weird situations and scenarios, and not only turning it into cash, but in Jesse's experience, you might get paid even better than the traditional scenario, depending on how you look at it, how you structure it, etc. This is episode 1 of this concept. However, yesterday on the weekly mastermind I host every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern, Jesse was on as our special guest. The topic was how to unlock the thousands or even tens of thousands of dollars that is hiding in your database right now. Jesse did a deep dive on kind of opening your eyes to what's possible with what he has created, which is the Deal Creator Academy and the concept of unbankable, meaning taking or helping folks that are unbankable from the traditional lending perspective. Not that they're bad people, right? No. In many cases, they've got great income. They've got lots of available funds for down payment, et cetera. It's just that the traditional banks say, we don't like the fact that you write off all your income because, the tax code gives us ways to do that, right? And helping those folks get into a home and pair them up with investors that want great cash on cash returns, that want to own really nice looking houses and get significant, cash now, cash on the way, and cash later, tax benefits, et cetera, et cetera. So that was an intro to that. You can check out the replay, Josh Schoenly Coaching, or just drop a comment. I will get the replay there, or just DM me, or I got my phone number there. You can call or text me. The idea of this weekly live stream is to run through real world scenarios and take dead deals and turn them into, to play problem solver. This was one of the things I wrote down from yesterday, right? Jesse he made me take notes, and I appreciate it.
Good job.
Yeah. Problem solvers get paid, and I put paid in all caps. And so the idea is getting our help, mainly Jesse's help, to problem solve so you can get paid and get paid on deals that you wouldn't otherwise have gotten paid on. And there are lots of ways that can happen. And I think we're going to touch on a number of different ways, but maybe today focus most on getting the reticular activating system going on the people that the buyers, the traditional buyers who want to own a home. They are sick of renting, but they've gone to
or in a home already.
Or in a home already, right?
Yep.
Right? Yep. That need a bigger one or need to right size, downsize, whatever you want to call it. How do we uncover those and really start to get a pipeline of those? And then maybe next week we'll focus more on, okay, now that we have these, what do we do? I've got some of these. How do we make sure that they're good tenant buyers or lease option buyers, right? How do we make sure that they fit what we're looking for? And Jesse did give some qualifications yesterday, but we'll probably emphasize those again today. And we'll kind of take it from there. And this is just he and I riffing and trying to do what we can to help others in the real estate community. Roger, I will get you that replay, my man. Roger was looking for the replay. So Jesse, where do we start? What's the easiest place to start? And let's take it from, I'm a real estate agent. Mm-hmm. And, this live stream is in October. In most markets, the holiday season, it's starting to get colder, things slow down. Mm-hmm. How can I use this idea of being a deal creator and the unbankable process? How can I use that to maybe keep my pipeline active and engaged during a time of year that might otherwise be slower?
Yeah, love it, man. Love it. And super excited that we're doing this. And guys, we want your feedback. We want your comments. We want your ideas. Any kind of weird situations. I can't tell you how many calls I get a week, or definitely throughout the month. Like, I got this weird deal, and someone said to call you, right? Like, yes, that's what we do. That's what we do. So we want to talk about your weird deals, your weird situations, something you're stuck on. If it's cookie cutter, pre-approved, go show houses, anyone can do that. If it's cookie cutter listing, right? But here's the other thing. Are you putting in your listings that they're available on lease to own or contract for deed? Are you putting that in your listings? I doubt you are, because if you were putting it there, you'd be marketing to a whole nother channel of buyers.
Hold on.
And then,
Hold on.
right?
We didn't even talk about this yesterday.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
And it's like you're prophetic. Okay. So I don't mean to steal your thunder. Okay.
Steal, take it.
But I've been doing a live stream every morning.
Yeah.
Where I take calls, I make calls, I send out emails, etc. It's just me, the work that I do to create conversations that lead to contracts and then closings. This morning, a lead that I've been playing phone tag. Okay. And here's how I'm going to tie that. This is a listing of mine.
Okay.
That I have the fact that we could entertain a lease option or seller financing on. Okay. I'm not going to explain why. It wasn't even me being smart, like Jesse is saying, because I could pretty much do that on any listing that I have. That's not
was like a proactive thought.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was more reactive. Okay. I was just like, okay, whatever. Anyway, playing phone tag with this lady. She calls me on the live. I pick it up. I start talking to her, right? Pennsylvania is a two-party call state. So it was just my side. But after she got through like the stuff that I thought, might be whatever, I did open it up and people could hear the whole replay. Okay. If you missed that, you can go check it out.
Love it.
She was calling on that listing. Her parent, I have a listing appointment now tomorrow. So she was a homes.com lead that called on a listing.
Okay.
And she called because it had said seller financing or lease purchase possible, or we're open to that. I don't even remember how I have the language in there. Yeah. She called on that. I have a listing appointment with her tomorrow. She was calling on behalf of her parents. They need to list a house. They need to sell their current house. It'll sell for I just quickly comped it. It's going to sell for $350,000 to $400,000, which for me is a nice, like that's I'll take it, right? I'm in a lower price market, and then they're going to buy another property. Okay. So I just like, that has nothing to do with the unbankable or the deal creator, but just one idea that Jesse already shared. If you proactively do that with your listings, you're going to get more inbound leads. And the more inbound leads you get, the more conversations you get, the more likely you are to sell that property and then find other clients that might be perfect for what Jesse unpacked kind of end to end yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely.
We could literally turn off the live stream and this would be well worth it.
All day. I think we could charge for this. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I think you do charge for it.
How many freaking more deals could you get if you just literally added that? You add that to the financing remarks. You add that to the public remarks, because the people are sniffing it out. So the people got to see it. The other agents got to see it. Okay. Now, some of you, I know you're not following us here, and it's all good. We'll show you. We'll do the math. We'll show you. Like, well, I don't get it. What do you mean? Okay. So here's the deal. The stats are anywhere between 30% and 70% of the nation that can't qualify for financing. I've heard up to 70%.
Traditional financing. FHA, VA, USDA, conventional.
Correct. Yep. Pretty much any normal bank you're going to go to, they can't qualify, right? And lots of different reasons. And yesterday's call I thought was great, by the way. I thought it was really, really good. We covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time, answered a lot of questions. Great replay. But and guys, if you're if you're part of a team or you're looking to join a team, or it was good to help people do more synergy. But anyways, there's a lot of people that can't qualify, and no one's really out there marketing houses for lease to own, seller financing, contract for deed, land contract. Okay. Now you might say, well, Jesse, whoa. My seller, the Johnsons, they don't want to do it that way. The Johnsons need to get paid and move on. They don't want to do any goofy, weird, seller financing, lease to own, contract for deed. What you're missing, if you're thinking that, is hold the phone. I have investors. I am an investor. You might be an investor that would come in and buy Josh's listing from the Jones so they can move on like a normal traditional sale, and then we own it for a hot minute. And then now we are the seller, i.e. to the new rent-to-own buyer that can't buy. And so we come in and jump in the middle and it's a regular sale for your seller, right? For your listing, it's just like any other sale. And then we jump in the middle, all with pre-agreed upon terms, by the way. And it's kind of funny, Josh. So the new lead came across into our Facebook group, our private one yesterday, from one of our community members that's just joined a couple months ago. She's a loan officer, loves what we're doing, jumped in, and so she's part of our group, and she's got an awesome deal right now. And so we're literally this morning, we're shopping it out to our investors, and we're saying, hey, who wants to go buy this $490,000 brand new construction property, just built, and sell it for a $50,000 higher price in a year? Well, 2 years probably. We're going to give him 2 years, $50,000 profit in 2 years, and you're going to cash flow $900 to $1,000 a month, and you don't have to come in with 20% down. You only have to come in with like 15% down. And you know who your tenant is day one. The minute you buy it is the minute they move in, and they're taking care of it. They're doing the lawn care, the snow removal, paying all the utilities, taking great care of it like it's their house. And that's what we're doing. Here's the fun thing.
If you have ever invested in real estate and you've bought the crappy old houses that look like they cash flow X amount per month, and then you buy them and literally every month something else is breaking. This was like music to my ears. I've got a new house, a new construction property with a 1-year warranty at least. I'm sure the builder is providing a 1-year warranty at least. And then you have the warranties on all the mechanicals and all that, right? So you don't have to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
You have built-in profit. You're lowering your out-of-pocket costs, and you've got cash flow. And one of the things that you said yesterday, Jesse, that I thought was so good from a perspective, like a mindset point of view, is it's like and I know you have like, don't you call it the slow flip? Is that
was kind of our old name for it.
Okay.
Yeah, slow
but
flip.
you said that yesterday. It's like you're doing a fix and flip. You're
hybrid investing now.
Yeah, hybrid investing. Okay, but you're getting profits as though you're doing a fix and flip, but you don't have to deal with the contractors, and
you don't have to swing
and you don't have to pay capital gains because it's going to happen 12 or more months. Yeah, most likely. I mean, I guess there might be
technically some capital gains, but long term, not short.
Right. You don't have to pay short term capital gains. Sorry, not tax advice. I'm not an accountant. I don't play one on the internet.
I'm not calling you. I just don't want to get that's CPAs hitting us.
That's good. But I mean, so that deal.
Yep, depreciation. And here's the thing: you're not guessing, like you said. You're not guessing. We talked about this yesterday. You're not going, I think this will make $400 a month if Zillow's rent estimate is right and nothing breaks and I don't have to do anything. This is what you're going to make. This is not even, we didn't even talk about this, but that deal that you just unpacked, that scenario, we should do it. Like, let's riff on that a bit. So this is a new person to your private community. She came in. What I'm assuming is she had the buyer that wanted to buy this new construction home, and they may have either been approved and then couldn't get the final approval or just whatever. And she's like, well, I'd like to get paid on this deal. What can we do here? And so now the builder wins, the builder rep wins, the LO wins, the investor wins, the buyer wins. And if there's a buyer's agent involved as well, that person wins. Like, look at all those people that are winning by just being helpful and being problem solvers. Can we put into the show like a Charlie Sheen that goes winning and pops up? Like, I want a button. I want a Charlie Sheen button. Yeah, but seriously, that's what it is. Like, that many people will all win from one solution that we've created with unbankable and hybrid investing, right? It's kind of the same thing. Just are you a hybrid investor? Or are you unbankable, right? And not only is she gonna save the commission that she would have made, but then was going to go bye-bye and be out the window and make no money. She actually might make even more money. And you might say, well, how is she making more money? Well, she's making more money because we have a whole group of investors all over the nation. Of course, we're always adding to that and growing to that, right? So we're always doing that, but that are ready. And we call it a deal on a silver platter because we've done all the work. We've screened them. We've vetted them. I mean, we're underwriting the heck out of them, almost more than a bank, right? Because hey, the bank's not telling you yes. So we're going to go buy you a house when the bank is telling you no. right? Is there some risk involved? Well, sure. But we're vetting the heck out of them up front and really making sure that there's a good story. There's a good, explanation that we can get them from unbankable to bankable. And so we have a list of investors and they're like, yeah, as soon as you have one, let me know. And I can say, and I've got on my other screen here, but I probably can't share it right now on this one, maybe the next call or maybe individually or privately, because it's got information I can't share with everybody. But I've got our magic spreadsheet. And in our magic spreadsheet, I'm looking at a 20.2% cash on cash return deal with a total ROI of 76% in 3 years, as long as our folks that we're helping out end up buying the property in 3 years or less. And it'll probably be closer to 2 years. Now, that number is accurate as long as they buy on time, and they make all their monthly payments, which they've got $50,000 down up front to lose. So they kind of got a lot more than like 1 or 2 months rent skin in the game. And they're getting the house. But the beautiful thing is they're getting what they want right now. They're getting the house they want. Can you imagine, right? Married, you got kids. Can you imagine telling your spouse, hey, honey, sorry, we're not moving into that new house in that, neighborhood that we love in the school district that we need for our kids, and they get the rooms picked out. We might have to go
The
rent
one that
a
we've
house
gone
to
and
get an apartment.
poured like the last 3 weekends in a row, and we looked at all the different plans, and we're now emotionally invested.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, you didn't even share this yesterday, but here's where my brain went as you were sharing that scenario.
Mm-hmm.
At least in my market, every builder, if I pull up the builder website, every one of them have 1, 2, or 3 preferred lenders.
Right.
You call those preferred lenders and say, hey, I noticed that you're the preferred lender for such and such builder. I'm guessing they're probably sending you a lot of potential borrowers. Am I safe in assuming that you're not able to get all of them qualified? And, you're kind of like teeing it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
obviously. And you don't have to go this route, but like you're trying to uncover, do you have anyone that has come to you in the last month, 3 months, 6 months that wanted to get pre-qualified to buy a home in, one of such and such builders communities, and you just couldn't qualify them for some reason? Yes, I have, off the top of my head, I have 1, I have 3, I have 6. Well, what if I could show you how we could turn that into a deal and if not get you paid right now, get you paid, at least get you some kind of ROI from that work that you did with those potential clients.
And look like a hero, and look like a hero to the builder, and look like a hero to the agent, because they don't really care how they get the mortgage or the loan. They just care that the transaction happens. And we go back to what we said a minute ago with like 5 or 6 wins. Dude, you just nailed it. I love it. And you said it so perfectly and great. And like a lot of our folks get really just nervous and scared of what to say. I'm like, just call it out. Like you just said it, black and white, very simple. There's no sales pitch. Right? That's the thing.
A real estate professional calling another professional in the industry. You know what I mean? Like, who cares? Like,
yeah. I'm not pitching you anything. Like,
and
that's the thing is you got to, it's an awesome system, and it doesn't work for everyone. It doesn't work 100% of the time. Right. But if you have someone that you're saying no to, you have no loan. You're getting paid nothing unless you're on a salary, which probably not. Right. And then the transaction was lost. Maybe we can help save some of those. We're not saying it's all of them, but that phone call right there, man. Oh my Lord. That is high ROI of your time.
And that might not be an opportunity in every market, right? But I know in my market right now, builders are struggling. Like half of the available inventory in the county I live in, more than half, is new construction properties. And I have several reps every week because I had someone who expressed a little bit of interest in their development. They're like all over me because they've got quotas that they have to meet, et cetera. So I could talk with them and the preferred lenders and reverse the hey, you have probably had some people come to you, blah, 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 blah. That whole thing, like that strategy alone. Yeah. If you did that for the fourth quarter, and if you did it every weekday that wasn't a holiday or whatever, it would be impossible not to do some deals. Impossible.
Totally. Completely. And that's the thing is, we're planting the seed too, right? So that conversation, at the end of October might yield no fruit. And then all of a sudden it's the first week of December and someone's like, I want to be in our house for our New Year's party. Yep. And dang it, the blah, blah, blah loan officer just said this. and all of a sudden, bam, you're getting the phone call because you reminded them, you followed up, you did the leave behind, and they're like, Josh, can you help me out, man? Like, I got to get this done, dude. How does this work? Let's go.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. And like we talked yesterday too. Okay. So let's talk about that real quick. How many other people are they calling besides you with that scenario? 5, 10? Oh, no one.
Right.
Maybe one, because no one does this. No one does this.
Most other professionals in this industry, when the client brings up the idea of rent to own or lease purchase or whatever, they're like, oh, this person, right? But now if you ask the right question, now some of them you may still think that after the conversation, because they're like, they want to do rent to own and they have a 450 credit score and they have $300 in the bank, and they have Social Security income, and that's it, right? Like, and look, that's no judgment on that person. But what I'm saying is, like, there will still be some people, there will still be some people that you can't help. But once you're equipped and you have the right questions to ask and the right frame to look at it from. You mentioned yesterday, ideally, we're looking for 10% down. So $300,000 house, we want them to have 30% down. Does it have to be 30% in their checking account right now? No, right? Like, they might be able to get gift funds, which happens all the time on traditional deals. They might be able to take a loan from some other asset that they have or whatever, right? Like, if their pain and motivation, if their pain is great enough and their motivation is great enough, they'll figure out a way to make it happen if you give them hope and a path to make it happen.
Yes. And I love that you said that, because that's spot on, right? In fact, the one we're looking at right now, they've got some in savings, and they're going to take the rest from when they sell their house, because they're already a homeowner. And a lot of our people too are really, and I mentioned this yesterday, I need to probably talk about it more, because I know in my brain for doing it for so long, we don't have a lot of first-time homeowners. People kind of think that with rent to own. We have people who are a homeowner right now, and something's happening where they can't qualify to get another house. A lot of our people are already homeowners. Some of them are definitely renters, but we might even be more existing homeowners. I just can't qualify. And it's usually a timing thing. It's a little life hurdle. And it's just this, and I don't want to get too much into this scenario, because if I say all the details, who knows, maybe that person knows who they are, and we never want to give private information away. But let me just tell you this: the situation that this couple is in, this family's in, is very common, and it happens to people all the time. And it happens to not people like you just painted that picture of what people think with rent to own. We've helped people buy $1 million single family homes. I've helped people buy 20-unit apartment buildings this way. They had $200,000 or $300,000 down. They still couldn't check every single box the bank wanted. Yeah. And so we come in and say, hey, cool. We don't mind those 2 bad things. You got enough good things. Let's go. We believe in you. And here's the path, like you said, right? Yeah. But so this is such a great way, especially in the end of the year. And it costs no money. This doesn't cost any money. It's just a little effort. Pick up the phone, right? Go meet with some people. Contact your database. Contact some loan officers. Contact some other agents. Who do you know, right? It's just asking the question. So
from what you shared yesterday and from today, I think this would be a good way to sort of wrap up this first episode. For me, there are like three core ways that you can uncover the buyer side opportunity on this. Number one, your existing database, whether you have 10, 100, 1,000, or 10,000 people in your database. And I wouldn't frame it as, are they looking? I would frame it as, who do you know? Who do you know that wants to buy a home right now, and for whatever reason can't qualify for traditional financing? We might be able to help.
Perfect.
Hit reply or text me at this number, whatever, right? Like, make that your own. But that would be a very simple, and you're not saying, Jesse, do you want, and Jesse might not know, but when you frame it as who do you know, then they start to think, oh, I heard somebody at work talking about this, or like, I heard somebody at the coffee shop that I see all the time, and they were all excited last week about this new construction home they were going to buy. And then, this week they're crying the blues because, they were cursing their lender because they said, oh, we can't do it now, So you just you're turning their reticular activating system on.
Yes.
That's number one.
Yes.
Number two.
Love it.
Number two is, and you mentioned this yesterday, I think there was a group in Mississippi that you have that's crushing it. And they're just using free marketing, Facebook Marketplace, for example, to get buyer activity, right? To find these folks that fit this buy box, right? They're currently unbankable, but they're motivated.
Yep.
And then the third bucket is just pick up the phone and call other professionals, call LOs, I gave you a strategy. Pull up the builder websites in your market, look for the preferred lenders, and just call those folks. Like if you have no idea where to start, like that's a great place to start.
Yeah.
And before you know it, if you do that for 45 minutes to an hour a day for a week, I mean, you'll have those opportunities, and then you have to come back next week so we can then connect the next part of the dots here as to, okay, now I have these people. How do we vet them?
Yeah.
And then what do we do next? Like how do we figure out? Okay, this seems like they would be great tenant buyers or lease option or lease purchase buyers. What do we do now?
Yeah, dude, it's perfect. And if someone's like, hold on, what do you say? Rewind this, watch this again. Write down what Josh said because you said it perfectly, and I know you just kind of pulled it out of your butt, and it was perfect. It was great, right? It's nothing crazy. It's nothing like super strategic. It's just the reality. Yeah. You have people that don't always qualify. What do you do with them?
Yeah.
Would you like me to help you with it? That's it. And a lot of
I would imagine when you help these folks, they go out of their way to find other people that you can help as well.
Once someone's been through it, and then they're like, "Holy cow, this happened! It closed." Especially an agent that got paid on a deal where that was their one deal for the month or, couple months or whatever. And like, oh my God, I almost lost my mortgage payment and my car payment, but you guys help me keep it and get it done. They're looking. And then you said the reticular activator's not working, right?
If you're the one that does that, especially this time of year, you might be the difference between a nice Christmas and a crummy Christmas, like for real.
Seriously.
Seriously. Because let's face it, most agents don't have like a massive pipeline of deals, right? No. And that one deal could be the difference between, a nice Christmas and a crummy one. Roger, I have 2 homeowners who don't have the current resources to buy first, then sell. I want to get new homes, or they want to get. Each will have to try for a traditional bridge loan. Need to learn more about the profiles that work. I heard 10% also mixing with owner financing, at least temporary. So given your scenario, Roger, this exactly what we're outlining may or may not help, but there certainly are solutions. If they are qualified borrowers and they have equity, there are certainly programs to make that happen. And maybe just, Roger, shoot me a text or email me. I can point you to a couple of options or opportunities there. But if they can't qualify, regardless bridge loan or otherwise, then we may have to look at, can we put together a deal like this to make all the pieces fit and help them make that switch from whether it is that they're downsizing or they're trading up, whatever the situation or scenario might be.
Yeah. And I love that. And Roger, and by the way, this is what we want to see. Like, throw us your stuff and we're gonna riff on it. And we're gonna come in and put our gloves on and go in the operating room, and we're gonna operate on these leads if we can,
So here's what I'll say in wrapping up. If you have a specific scenario and you would like us to riff on that next week or coming sessions, whatever, please reach out to me. And also, this platform, we can get you can come in the room with us and we can talk through it. It doesn't have to be just commenting. We just need to know, well, I don't even need to know ahead of time per se, but we can bring you into this and we can walk through it together and try to find the solution. And it could be a specific scenario you have, or you're just struggling with, I don't know where to start to find these people. Right. Even though I just gave you a script you can use, you might still be stuck in your own head. Like, come on, let's figure it out together. Let's riff on it. Let's help you get past whatever it is. It's a mental roadblock or whatever to uncover these opportunities.
And it's crazy. I'll say real quick, because I talked to lenders, right? They're like, oh, I can get everybody approved. And I'm like, really? Okay, so you've missed 1 or 2 mortgage payments in the last 12 months. You can get them approved? Well, I guess. Okay, got it, right? Or I'm self-employed to write everything off. Well, okay, right? Or, there's so many things. I mean, we have people who have 20% down, but they're a 579 score. Not going to happen. We have people who want a duplex and they have a 750 credit score, but they only have 10% and they're not going to live in it. Don't qualify. It's all the little things, right? There's one It could be a list of 20 things that your banker needs. And if
Yeah.
you're missing one, the answer is no.
Yep.
Right? It's not like school where you get an A-. It's no. The answer is no. You got to have everything. You got to check every box. We make the boxes with Unbankable and with
Yep.
creative financing. And you can do this, and learn this yourself to do it too, which is pretty fun.
Yep. Roger, I see lots of multifamilies available in Cumberland, Maryland, and want to find buyers interested in doing DSCR loans, but may need 25% down and are shy of that. So that there are answers to that opportunity that are maybe unbankable answers, but there are also some other, like, you can, I actually did this earlier this week. I called a bunch of multifamily listing agents to get the scoop on who might hold some paper, who might be open to creative. So it's a matter of uncovering what makes this a deal, and then finding the right buyer. It might be that it's an owner occupant buyer. So it's a 4-unit, there's a vacant unit, and you pitch that on the market as a way to live mortgage free, right? And in that case, if it's an owner occupant buyer and they do qualify for an FHA 3.5 or a conventional 5% or whatever, like, they could buy it. I mean, there's lots of ways there. Have you done? We'll wrap on this. Have you done any where it's a lease purchase buyer on a multi and you bring in the investor and there's I don't know. Yeah. On those too. Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We've done that. We've done Airbnbs this way too. Right. So when we've helped people get a Airbnb in, another part of the country that want like a vacation home, vacation rental, and they just either don't have the down or they can't qualify right now for whatever reason. And so you have a hybrid investor who's getting that guaranteed monthly cash flow no matter what every month. And then you've got the end tenant buyer, we call them, right? Tenant buyer for now. And they're doing their Airbnb and they're maybe cash flowing certain months and other months, maybe not, but it's their vacation home. And again, we're just, we're giving answers. We're saying yes whenever we can instead of no. And we put it together. We put together.
Looking for the way that we can say yes versus the way to, the way we can cross it off, which is what, that's what most of traditional real estate is.
Yeah, that's why I got out of lending back in 2019. I was sick of going into the head underwriter's office and he'd be like, "Oh, now what, Jesse?" I'm like, "Look at page 1272. Look at this guideline." I felt like I was like, in A Few Good Men. I'm like, "You can't handle the truth." I'm right. And he's like, "But we have an overlay." I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
So in my world, we make the decisions, Yeah. So.
All right. Well, Jesse, this is great. I appreciate you. A couple of things. Number one, I posted the replay of our session yesterday. If you can't find it or whatever, just DM me or call or text me at this number. Text me and I'll get you the link to that. And then next week, we'll hopefully have some very specific scenarios. Roger, if you have one specific scenario or even two specific scenarios that we could, go through possible solutions or next best steps on. And then we'll also explore or maybe start to explore what's the next step. I have somebody who seems good. They have 15% down there. They've got good income. It's just, whatever reason they have this, they missed one payment and there's a story behind it, right? Jesse said, as long as there's a real explanation and it's not that they're, whatever, they're a deadbeat for some reason or another. We'll continue to riff on that and with the goal of helping you guys turn dead deals into closed transactions and
Christmas this year.
Yeah, exactly.
I might be a stretch to say it, Josh, but I think we might save Christmas.
We might. Let's do it. That I'm going to start putting that in parentheses. The Dead Deals Cafe parentheses Operation Save Christmas.
I love it.
Yeah.
But as funny as that is, seriously, that might. Yeah. And imagine like getting one more transaction done, saving the home too. That's the thing. What I love about this too is when I was lending, and then I know we got a wrap. I could go on and on. So could you. But when I was lending, like it's just, what's your rate? What's your fees? Okay, cool. Let me talk to the next 5 people. Now it's like, oh my God, we can still get this home. We're going to get a home. I don't have to go live in some crappy townhome for the next 2 years or an apartment. I don't have to go, like it feels so good when we're helping these people and they are so freaking appreciative of it. Yeah. It's awesome. So it's like, it feels like Christmas just when you're doing it, right? And you're helping these people out. And then it's like 5 wins for everyone else too. So it's such an awesome thing.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful. Cool. Great stuff, man. I appreciate you. This was fun. Roger, thanks.
Yeah, thank you, Roger.
For the comments and the engagement. And we'll be back next Thursday, 1 Eastern, on whatever social platform you prefer. And if you'd like to join us as a guest and run a scenario, hit me up or Jesse up. We'll get you the link to join us here through StreamYard, and we can riff on it together.
And if you've got some other name ideas, let us know.
Yes, we're open to that as well. We're open to that as well.
Dead deals, live deals, just problem solving over lunch, Yeah, we'll come up with something.
Oh, maybe problem solvers.
Problem solvers power lunch.
Ooh, there might be something there. Who knows? We might have a new name by next week. We'll figure it out. But
same time, same place. We'll be there.
Yeah, right on,
Awesome, brother.
Thanks, buddy. Take care.
You too. See ya.